Hello and welcome, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea. This is your general daily vibe from your guides, Pisces. Let's see what we have for this week. Starting off, we have the card Gossip. So we need to be very mindful that we don't allow ourselves to get caught up in other people's problems, okay? We don't want to, this is funny. Do you see how this is focusing? I know it has to do with camera settings, but I find on this card is interesting, and it usually happens with this color. Green is a healing color. However, there's a lot of yellow in this, okay? Green can be the card of envy because of the yellow in here. Be careful, there could be tears today if you get caught up in other people's gossip or you spread any negative information about anybody else that you've heard, and it could be hearsay. So be careful, because we don't want to be in the middle of this, okay? Usually we don't do this, or someone could have told us something that we believed, and because we're the people that we are, we absorb all that negative energy, we're sea sponges, then it could cause us a little bit of grief. There could be some disappointment and maybe even tears today if you're not careful, that you don't, and please don't get caught up in other people's gossip. You may have to make amends. You know, you've got the Two of Cups. This is the card of reconciliation, forgiveness, also connecting with someone and communicating, passing, giving them an apology or receiving one, in order for this to be a continued commitment in a friendship here. So something like that could be happening as well, all because of some misguided information that, and misguided anger that could have been avoided. So be careful today. This is a card of gossip, and we don't generally get caught up in it, but there's something here telling me that there could be some tears if you're not careful. It's time to get a rest, clear and simple as that. So it's time for you to step back and realize that you might need a rest, because you may have been struggling with something here with the Five of Swords, getting involved. Here we had that gossip card, getting involved in a no-win situation. You might have put your word in there and you feel, well, I got the last word, that's my victory, but at the end of the day you lose something. It's a no-win situation. Try to avoid getting caught up in unnecessary battles, okay? Now, this is about self-preservation right now. Your body needs rest and time away from your current environment. Pay attention to your instincts. How do you feel? Now, because your soul needs nourishment too, take the time to recharge your spirit and life force energy with a holiday or a break away from your current environment. Okay, so, now is the time to free yourself of anything that is holding you back from complete joy. The only way you can change your energetic vibration is through taking that action. So, you know what? Give yourself permission to take a rest. Walk away from any animosity. Walk away from anybody who wants to stir the pot up today, who wants to get their 2 cents worth in, who wants to provoke you into an argument. Walk away from that, Pisces. Be in control, because it's only going to bring hardship and heartache, where you're going to have to apologize or receive something from somebody in an apology. Okay? All coming around to do with this darn gossip. Now, in the center position, you've got the lighthouse, and it says, don't doubt your worth. I am enough. So yes, this is about stepping up there and realizing that you don't need to get caught up in other people's problems, other people's, disappointments, and other people's gossip. There will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things you're capable of. It is then that you must decide to be your biggest champion. So maybe, you've drawn a line in the sand here, some of you. Maybe you've said, hey, don't get me involved in this. It's not my problem. I don't want to get involved in this. But you may have accidentally or allowed yourself, being the sea sponge, absorb that energy and get up into it and be convinced to do that, which has really caused a no-win situation. And now you're doubting your own self-worth, okay? So, it's then that we must decide to be our biggest champions on our own and believe wholeheartedly in our own worth. Regardless of outside opinions, we need to feed ourselves a steady diet that speaks to self-love, self-kindness, and self-confidence. So today's a day where we need to think that, we're bigger and better than getting involved in this kind of gossip and this kind of, opposing energy. It's time to just realize that we're going to do our own thing here. We're not going to get involved in it, because it's only going to bring grief if we do. The Seven of Pentacles comes in with that, and that says be patient. Okay, you're doing the right things. You're planting your seeds. You're leading by example here, and you're wondering. You're worried. How are they going to react? Are they going to get back to me? I put out, this memo, or I put out an idea or proposal, or I had an interview, or I put out a resume, or whatever the case is. You're waiting. Unnecessary worry. Okay, you've done everything right. Stand in your self-worth here. Okay, you are worth it. Okay, you are always worth it. Coming in next, we've got, do I know all my strengths and am I using them? We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we're able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. I said something here by leading by example, right? So ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? So it's about knowing your strengths and using them. And that could be knowing your self-worth today. That could be walking away from unnecessary gossip and people around you, or negative energy, saying, I'm out of here. I'm not getting involved in this. It's only going to bring me grief if I do. Worrying about things. Worry never healed or helped a situation. Nine of Swords says, leave your troubles on the chair before you go to bed. Okay, this is about worry and concern and anxiousness and depression. Let it go. Stand in your self-worth today, my friends. You might be feeling some grief over a situation that brought tears today. Gossip. Somebody might have said something that really offended you, because Pisces, we do to absorb that energy, and sometimes it does get to us. Okay. Coming in next, we have, when you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release any old hurts or worries or regrets. Commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. Okay, so like I said, there may have been something here that was said out of context, or said in the heat of the moment, and words are things we can't take back. So we're not perfect, okay? And maybe some of us have been provoked to that point today, where we lost our cool, we lost our patience, we blurted something out, or others, you might have been the victim of that. But remember, you have to let it go, okay? In order to move forward, we have to forgive the situation. We don't have to condone the activity or the behavior or allow it in our life anymore and in our circle, but we need to throw it out to the universe with forgiveness, love, and compassion. That way we're free. We get this beautiful King of Cups, and surprising that he comes in with that message, because he is the ultimate kind, compassionate, caring, giving, considerate, and wise king. He's like a father figure, but he could be somebody stepping forward to console you and say, hey, been there, done it, have the mettle for it. I can help you through this if you want some advice. So be willing to take that. You might need some counsel, some coaching, some mentoring here through a situation. He might be able to, or she might be able to sit down with you and say, hey, just let it go. It happens, life happens, and move forward and on from it. So as I said, let it go. That's exactly what this card says. Well, my beautiful Pisces, this is our strange but short message for today, our daily vibe from our guides, and our guides have given us this message. So some of you, you may be able to relate to it. So remember, you have self-worth. You don't deserve to be, to be caught up in anybody else's problems or burdens. I wish you a beautiful remainder to today, prosperous, happy, healthy, and successful. And always know, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I'll see you soon.